Hey guys and girls on Ask Japanese, it's Katy Cat, and today we're going to talk about 2 modern-day Japan dating hacks. And I'm pretty sure you don't know about them yet because I didn't at first. So let's find out what they are and make your date a full success.
始まるよ!
High score! Wouldn't it be great for you to have a visible high score on which you could tell how good your date was going? Well, yes, that is one of the things that we can do nowadays. Now, what is the item that we all carry around with us every day and that we have to have there during a date? Yes, it's our smartphone. I am totally addicted to my smartphone. Now, on that smartphone, there is a certain way of telling how good your date was doing in the end of the day. So let me ask you guys now what we need to... Kuruma. During your date, you'll be using your smartphone for example, to take pictures with each other, to ask for direction, or maybe to calculate out how you're going to split the bill. And there is also a way how to calculate how well your date was going. I'm going to give you a hint, and you have to figure out which one it is. So to make the date successful, what do you need? Flight mode, dark mode, battery, or Wi-Fi? Let me know. One way to tell the high score of your date is actually the battery. Now, why is that so? When your date is bored or not really present in the date, they will be using their phone. They'll be texting, they'll be checking Instagram, they might be putting things up, they might be replying. Maybe they're replying their ex at this point right now. So that is the time when they're using their smartphone, meaning at the end of the day, you want to check their battery to find out how much did they use the phone in the end. You know, nowadays we charge our phone in the mornings, it runs out during the day. So check their phone in the evening to find out how much were they actually using their smartphone, were they actually present, were they actually enjoying the date at the time, and that should give you a good indication. Now, how do you get to look at their battery without being creepy, because you shouldn't be going and touching their phone and checking their battery? Best thing is, hey, let's check out what photos we took today at the end of the day. Then he or she will show you the pictures and you will be able to not look only at those pictures, but also at the battery level. And if the battery hasn't gone down that much yet, I think you did pretty well for yourself, meaning they were present, they were in the moment, they weren't checking their messages or maybe their ex's pictures on Facebook. They were there with you. And that is your high score.
準備はいいですか?
Then there is another thing. You can actually figure out what your date is like by knowing what manga or anime they like. Manga and anime is a really good and easy topic to start off a conversation with in Japan because, hey, most people have at least once in their life had a contact with certain types of manga or anime. And now here comes the thing. If you actually ask them one of these 3 mangas that we're going to be talking about, or animes, they have been turned into animes later. If you ask them which one their favorites are, it might tell a lot about their personality. It's a secret personality quiz that you can give them, and you're actually going to figure something out about them without them knowing that you did. So let's start the quiz. And people call this the jump anime trap, meaning these mangas that have been turned into famous anime, if the boy, or maybe even girl, responds to them or answers them as one of their favorites, you know something about them that you might not want to know. So, let's find out. A. Dragon Ball. B. One Piece. Or C. Bleach. One, Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is one of the most famous and known animes, and if your partner's or your date's very, very favorite anime or manga is Dragon Ball, it shows that they have a lot of dreams, that they're very idealistic. This is what a hero is. I have a lot of dreams, but maybe live a little bit too much in the dream world. And also, they might not care about certain details as much because they're so much focused on their dream world, might mess up a couple of things, and they don't care about how much their income is. Goku ain't got no money. It doesn't matter. So that's the kind of very free-spirited world of Dragon Ball that some of the fans might be living in. Number 2 is One Piece. Now, in One Piece shows a lot about the character because there's a lot of trust and friendship and things like that. But in the case of One Piece, there is the idea that you can do something wrong or something bad, but if it's for your friends, that's kind of okay. So with the whole pirate theme and everything, so meaning you might, bend the law a little bit, or they might bend the law a bit, or they might do the other thing that they maybe shouldn't be doing. But as long as it's with their group and, in their group dynamics, it's fine. So kind of strength is the hierarchy there. So in Japan, people who will respond with that could sometimes show that they have some tendency to go towards the Yankee kind of young derelict, kind of like, I'm breaking out, woo, my team is my power, woo. That could show a little bit about them. And then number 3 is Bleach. Now, Bleach is the type who's very idealistic, very much hero-like. They might speak a little bit complicated because of the Japanese way, or at least in Japan, there's a very complicated way of speaking. Also, if a guy says he likes Bleach, that shows he likes them puppies big. You know what I mean. But very idealistic and maybe a little bit of a hero complex in the Bleach lovers as well. Now, that is just an example that might be totally different in your country, but in Japan, about these three are called the jump anime traps. But what should a boy or a girl answer them if he's answered? Well, if you want to be on the absolutely safe side, if you have the feeling that the girl who asked you that question is kind of scanning you, then you want to go with the safest answer of them all. Studio Ghibli movies. Studio Ghibli movies are pieces that are enjoyed by people all around the world. They're not sexist. They're not violent. There's a little bit of fighting in there maybe, but they're very peaceful, very calm, lots of beauty, lots of nature, and they have usually strong female protagonists. So as a guy, if you have the feeling that Japanese girl is trying to figure out who you are by asking you an anime manga question, this is apparently the most safest response you can give, which I find interesting. I would have neither answered any of those, and I would have probably said Sailor Moon. But then again, if I answer Sailor Moon, I heard that also gives a lot about my personality away. So yes, your likes, your hobbies, and your anime and manga that you like can actually reveal more about you than you actually think they do. So just be a little bit careful. Maybe some people are not just asking you to find out what it is, but also asking you to find out what kind of personality you have. So those are 2 modern trends here in Japan that have been going around, people checking how good their date high score is by seeing how much the battery in that phone goes down. We're not calculating in that they might not have changed the battery in the morning, and we're not calculating in that they might have a dodgy phone. But in general, apparently, that seems to be a thing people are looking out for, and the personality quiz based on what kind of jump anime manga people like. Find that interesting. I learned something new every day here in Tokyo. I hope you did. If you learned something new, please be sure to leave us a like just on the way out to let us know that you enjoyed watching this. Helps us a lot. Thank you so much. And if you took that personality quiz, would it mean the same for you? Maybe it means something completely else if you like Dragon Ball in your country. But yeah, think a little bit critical. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And we're going to release another video here about Japan facts for you, so be subscribed, otherwise you will miss it, and it would be lovely to see you in the next video. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you soon for another video here from Tokyo, coming out to you with Ash Japanese. See you guys, bye!